guarantee yourself as much money as possible.
They can still walk away with nothing. At this point, both of these players, well, one of these players, sorry, could walk away with absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
or they can walk away with 200,000.
This is the most important game. I mean, typically you always say that, every game is important. But for me, I mean, if you win this, you've already got 100,000. If you win the final, even better. But then at least you're still going home with at least $100,000. I mean, that is crazy life-changing money. Yeah. Unless you're crazy with it and just blast it all on bad things. But, if you have sensible parents who direct you in the right direction, that is life-changing money.
It certainly is. And again, that's going to really be playing into their minds. Not just at the start of this game. They're both probably pretty confident coming into it as well. But because it's 2 legs, once that first leg is done, one of these players could very well be behind. And at that point, we find out whether or not they are made of champion material. Are they going to be able to rally and put it down and figure out what was wrong and spend the next game, the next 90 minutes, getting back into it? It's such a difference in money.
Exactly, and it's huge. I mean, it's not just a small amount. It's £200,000 could be the difference, but we're getting there now.
We certainly are. All right, this game is ready to go. Ton and Graham, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Brycey. The second semi-final now, we already know one of these guys is going to have the unfortunate straight away every single time. Well, I hope that's how the rest of this game is going to go on, because what a fantastic start that is from Guifera. Jeez, we got a game on our
crazy start.
And unfortunately, one of these two players has to beat Naruto in the final. What a start here. That was Guifera, straight on the attack. He's shooting from left to right. And Jonah is shooting from right to left. But here we go, Guifera, once again, the chip in the box is going to be the eye. Look at that in the top right corner. Guifera makes a 1-0 already, and what a start by him.
Absolutely amazing gameplay. Stopping the ball, quick turn, shimmy, and boom. 1-0. Boom.
Boom. I just want to clarify that you did the foot movement as well.
I did, yes. I may have just kicked the air in front of the
Anyway, back into the game. Guifera with the lead already in. Straight away, Jonah has got a mountain to climb. I think that's the thing. It can just stretch people so much, but Suarez is in to make it 2, and Guifera in control here. As we do now see Guifera really stamping his authority on this game. Let's see if Jonah can get himself back into this one. 2 goals down straight away. Not a great start.
Not a great start at all. But on the opposite side of that coin, Guifera is absolutely loving the start that he's had at this game. But Jonah's looking to change the ball attack. But as I say that, curse of the commentator, the attack breaks down and Guifera's up to his third.
It's just his passing is very good. It just seems as if when he's in tough situations, the passing just always comes in. I say that immediately, gives the ball away, but does manage to make its way out to Messi, the Rakitic, and back to Messi down the right-hand side. He's just about going to make it there in front of the defender. The cross is going to come in. Good clearance away, and no way for him to end that attack with a goal, but he is going to have another bite at the cherry. Vidal looking for Iniesta. To Suarez, to Rakitic, back to Suarez. That is 3-0, and Guifera looking very, very good.
Look at the calmness in his face. That is the face of a man that has almost guaranteed himself $100,000.
This is the sort of start that we've seen Torito have, and I think it's looking that way at this moment in time. There's still a lot of game to play, but here we go. It's actually going to be off the post by Jonah, and no, he's not going to be able to convert the second one either. And Guifera survives that goalman scramble in the end, but really good play by Guifera so far. 3-0 to him. But for me, looking at it, great start by Guifera, and it just means that Jonah is going to have to really stretch himself to get back into this game, but he can take his time. There is plenty of time left, Graham.
Exactly, and we've just seen from Jonah there, he's had 2 great shots, didn't pull off for him then, but this is only the first game. If you're just tuning in, this is the first game of a 2-leg tie, should I say. So Guifera from Brazil currently leading 3-0 against Jonah from Peru. Jonah still not out alone in this game, but as I said, that Guifera looks to add even more to the tower.
Just offside, literally centimetres in it. Ter Stegen's going to be wanting to send this upfield. It's going to be towards Neymar, who wins the header to Suarez, and you've got to feel that you want to see Jonah get a goal in this half. That ball's going to be put into Suarez, though it's just about going to be taken away from by PK there, but it is going to be a corner here to Jonah and Neymar to whip this one in. It's going to go straight to Stegen. He's going to punch that one away. It's probably going to go back out to Neymar. It does so. Messi's going to win that ball, though, in his own half. Keeping a hold of it, stopping Jonah doing anything with it in this area of the pitch, and this could be the counter-attack on. This is the danger for Jonah, pushing on, especially when his team 3 goals down. It's going to open up the fact that a counter-attack can come in. Jordi Alba going to give it to Neymar, turns inside the box. Surely that is 4, and it is. Guifera looking very, very good to put himself in that grand final.
I can't even find the words. I'm just sat here watching the team play, the passing, the movement of the ball, and the understanding of player movements from Guifera, taking 2 touches with the ball to shimmy past defenders, and he's pretty much just done the exact same thing again as he's looking. I can't even speak. Let's just watch.
As he loses the ball. we go back to watching Jonah anyway. Let's see if he can get a goal on the board as well. But this, at the same time, here we go. That's a good ball through Suarez. Surely he went for power, not precision, and it's going to go whistling past the left-hand side.
One thing we're seeing from both of the Latin American finalists in this match, and we've seen throughout the day, is that use of manual shooting. So if you're watching this and you're not a fan of PES, and you see that arrow when a player is about to shoot, that means they're using a full manual pass. So only the best of the best can do that. And these two have a chance to be exactly that as Jonah now on the attack. Messi with a shot, but once again, saved by Ter Stegen.
It always seems to be the power. I think he needs to take his time just a little bit more. Guifera in control here. Corner, doesn't beat the first man. Back out to Neymar. Is the cross going to come in once again? It seems so. No, it isn't. Another corner there to Jonah. Ball's whipped in again. Messi there to try and get the first one. It is going to be Rakitic off the line, so that's just about going to save Guifera from conceding his first goal in the semi-final, as it is cleared away and the counter-attack can come in once again. Busquets sends it out right towards Suarez. Did have Neymar with him, but that's a crucial interception by Piqué, I think it was in the end, and the counter-attack can actually come in from Jonah, but it's not going to be good enough. We're coming up to the halfway mark in the first leg of the second semi-final.
4-0. I think that scoreline is probably a little bit flattering for Guifera, because on the other hand, Jonah has had some absolute phenomenal shots, but as you've said already, just powering them at the keeper rather than...
Yeah, he definitely could have scored one. I still believe Guifera deserves to be in front, rightly so. But I think, I'd agree. I think Jonah's had a couple of chances that he should have really put away, but he's going to have plenty more time to do that one. It's an unhappy man on the stage, but on these players, if you lose, you go to take on O'Neill. $50,000. So, I mean, that's still another big game for one of these
Every
two.
crowd has a silver lining.
Yes, indeed. Unless you lose that game, you walk home with nothing. But anyway.
Well, not every cloud, then most clouds.
Jonah going to try and get an attack on the board straight away. He's trying to get a goal. He's 4 goals down. It's not impossible, but it's going to be hard either way. The passing is very, very good. Absolutely. It was a little bit too much. Really good football, but for me, I think he needs to be getting himself in a position to shoot. Yeah. Had plenty of corners as well. Hasn't been able to do anything with him until that moment. That's a goal on the scorecard for Jonah.
You said something about getting into a position to shoot. I think that's just happened.
I did indeed.
Good advice.
you can tell I'm not very good at this. That's a cracking ball put in. Oh, what a goal that would have been if Guifera had been able to put that one into the top left corner. Neymar just about missing that one there. Good defensive work by Jonah, and that's going to be put in once again. Suarez is there, but not close enough. Iniesta surely going to lay it off to Busquets in the end. Rakitic is there also. Vidal has Messi in front of him, but does end up at Rakitic's feet. Puts it into Messi, who isn't marked, and looked like a nice finish, but he's about 3 million miles offside.
Just a touch. Just a touch.
Just a tad. Just a tad. The ball is put up towards Suarez.
Wow, just about to say a lovely tackle.
It looked like a lovely tackle, but the referee deems it otherwise. Ball is now played short to Busquets. Back to Rakitic. Surely going to be put out on the wing towards Vidal, who leaves the ball to go out for a goal kick. So 4-1 now, and Graham, looking at the first 55 minutes of the semi-final, can you see Jonah coming back into this one?
I can. I mean, without a doubt, Guifera is deserving this lead, but he doesn't look like he's got it in the bag, and Jonah definitely has the attacking threat there to get some goals. He just needs to find, I mean, it's cliche, but that killer instinct, that eye of the tiger to put the ball between the sticks, because he's just not doing that enough yet. He's getting the opportunities, but just missing his lines at the far post.
I think it's very, very similar to the game we've just seen previously, where Eterito had a fantastic start, and in the end, I think these players sort of ran out of energy, so they couldn't continue the attacking as much. Whereas then he's had to hold on to that lead and just try and keep the deficit at that. In the end, though, I mean, it's the same sort of thing. They have a really good first half, and I think what's going to have to happen in the second half is Jonah's going to have to score that first goal.
And he's obviously got the pedigree for that. As we mentioned already, Jonah is a continental champion himself, so he has experience winning on the biggest stage himself. So if anyone can do that from the Latin American region, he's obviously the first place from the Latin American finals too, so he can do that.
Here we go. This is trouble, though, for Guifera. As we can see that Messi is pushing on through for Jonah, but it is going to get cleared away. Going to continue the attack, though. Thorin does go to... Okay, now back out to Rakitic. Puts it to Iniesta. Really good play. The turn was very nice, but in the end, wasted it just a little bit. Iniesta to Rakitic. Can Guifera put the nail in the coffin in this first leg of the semi-final? Neymar to Suarez to Messi. That Emerson trio always causing problems. Vidal to Rakitic. Back to Messi.
Look at the way the game's been slowed down here. This is Guifera at mind games, owning the game, taking charge of things, and
just slowing it down, just wasting the time. Every moment that he has the ball, his opponent does not, so his opponent cannot score. Guifera.
But obviously there's a lot to play in this game, so every time he does that, that's bringing Jonah out of position, looking to work. It's not paid off for him as such yet, but if he keeps trying, especially within the last 15 minutes of the game where stamina becomes an issue for players, could be a big factor in causing late goals.
Well, played into Messi again, and Guifera playing some nice football outside the box here. And Messi's going to dig that one in towards Neymar. Ter Stegen couldn't get there, but neither could Neymar. In the end, it goes out for a goal kick. 78 minutes coming up on the clock in the second. And
that dangerous long ball, I think that's like three times we've seen that in this game. Not paid off yet, but that's surely telltale signs. Oh. Whoa! Speaking about telltale signs.
Jonah Nelly making a mistake in his own box there, and that's really not what he wants to do at 4-1 down. 80 minutes gone on the clock. Really good player by Guifera as well, who seems to be the one in control mostly. But here we go, Jonah just going to try and do something here. Messi out to the right-hand side. Really good football. Vidal down the right-hand side as well. It's going to look to try and cross this one in. It does seem that way, but he wants to turn around and try and play football. Try to play the quick pass into Messi. It's not going to work out for him. This could be the counter-attack coming in here for Guifera, just slowing it down though once again. Iniesta to Jordi Alba, back to Iniesta. Play through the middle to Suarez, and this is really good football from Guifera. The sort of stuff we've seen in the first half. Is he going to play it wide to Jordi Alba? Yes, he is. The cross is going to go in. The diving header from Neymar, not quite there.
Stegen.
Really good save by Ter Stegen in the end. It's going to be sprayed away, but is it going to be enough time here?
That game all result was a result of poor decision making. Obviously, Jonah pushing down the line, taking his time, played the wrong ball, and then Guifera had the ball for it must be 6 minutes of in-game play before he got that cross drilled in.
It's good football again by Guifera though. Vidal is going to choose to whip this one in. He does have support from Messi on his left-hand side. He's going to be put to Rakitic to Messi, and he's got free reign of the right-hand side here.
Messi
walks into trouble with the left foot into the top corner. It's not going to happen. Really good save by Ter Stegen. Pushes it away, and Guifera still with a solid lead, but it could have been worse there.
That run, I mean, that's ideal PES football. I mean, obviously he didn't get what he wanted from the end product, but he can take some comfort going into this, knowing that he's creating the chances, even in the 90th minute, and he still has a full game of football to play.
Well, Guifera well in control as we go into the second leg of the semi-final. 4-1 is the score. Eterito went through in similar fashion. I think it was 5-2 in the first.
And then 10-3 overall.
It ended up 10-3 overall, so 5-1 in the second. So, Guifera putting on the same sort of performance here. He could be a match for Eterito in the final.
Definitely. And you kind of got to think, what's going through, I mean, you've seen the player faces on the screens now. What's going through their mind, knowing that you are potentially not only bagging yourself at least $100,000, but you could be making someone that is a close friend of yours be going home with nothing. Do you keep that in mind?
You got to look after number one. Graham, if I was told I have to do something to get $100,000 and you were the guy that could potentially get it as well, I would go hammer and tongs.
I love you too.
You got to look after number one, man. It's just how it is.
Especially in the dangerous world of esports.
Well, Guifera pushing down the right-hand side. The start that he had in the last game is being emulated in the second as well. Fantastic start. Goal straight away, 5-1.
How many times? I mean, you were like drawing the comparisons between Guifera and Eterito. That's exactly what happened in the first leg.
Well, there's going to be a chance here, though, for Jonah. The top left corner, Nelly destined. Ter Stegen's there to punch it over the bar.
Just wanted to look dramatic for the cameras there, Ter Stegen.
Yeah, that was one of them, wasn't it? Anyway, the corner's whipped in, and it's dangerous, and it's going to be a chance. Surely this one's going to be converted. How does that not go in?
Just wanted to look dramatic for the cameras there, Ter Stegen.
Jonah having the chances here, and he needs to put them in. It's going to go onto the edge of the box to Jordi Alba, passes it off to Busquets, back to Alba, to Iniesta.
Oh,
the
lovely
dink through
play.
is really good football, but the final ball is just not there. And this could be another opportunity for Guifera to extend his lead. But in the end, Jonah does get a hold of the ball once again.
So we're saying Jonah was still in this tie. Technically, he's still his. He still has 80 minutes of the 90 of this game to play, but has 4 goals to bring it back. He needs to start finding something, and he needs to start finding it now.
This is dangerous. Neymar down the left-hand side. The cross is going to come in. It's going to be Messi, and Guifera has 1 foot in the grand final now. 6-1 is the score, and that first half from these players just seems so electric as the second slows down. But
you have to start to feel now that surely 5 goals in just under again football is an insurmountable object. Obviously, we've seen 9 goals being scored by Eterito in this event today, but
I think it was 10 he won in the end.
Was it 10?
It was 10 in the first semi-final. Can Guifera do one better? This current in time, he's still going to score a few more, but still, both these players, I think that's looking like the likely final now as Jonah goes for another attack there, and Titi is there to clean things up though for Guifera. Out to Neymar here, and Rakitic, the ball over to Iniesta is fantastic, and he's looking for the lob, but Ter Stegen just about keeps it off the line there.
Going for the sublime right there.
And rightly so, a little bit of showboating when you're 6-1 up, there's no danger in that happening anyway. Suarez to Rakitic to Iniesta in the box here for Johan, and it's not going to happen once again. The defending from Guifera has been very, very strong as well, Graham.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Guifera doesn't just have the attacking mentality. He can disrupt an attack, and then he can counter-attack very, very quickly, get it from the back to the front in just a couple of moves. But the main thing for him is defending from the front as well.
Oh, look at this, though. It's Busquets in this position. Not really the guy you want, but Messi is. That's in the top left corner. Guifera's making this look easy.
When I was talking about defending from the front, as I said, that Busquets is in the box. That pretty much is defending from the front.
7-1 is the score now, and it's looking good for Guifera. It's looking like he's going to meet the Italian Eterito in the grand final. This win will guarantee him $100,000, and I tell you what's guaranteed: goals and more goals from Guifera. It's looking very, very good for him.
He looks almost apologetic. He's scoring that effortlessly in this 8-1 now overall. Almost absolute capitulation from Jonas. As I say that, Jonah looks to be looking to add more here, but obviously Guifera, you just mentioned solid in defence.
Every time he's attacking, he's looking more impressive in this game than he did in the last, and that's hard to say. That was nearly a fantastic ball through, but Piqué is there to intercept, and that ball is put over the top. Is Suarez going to be able to meet it? No, not quite. Umtiti is there to clean it up, and just about taken away there, and you've got to feel sorry for Jonah now. I think, this grand final is going to be a spectacle, and do you think it's going to be, I mean, obviously Guifera coming up, and we do have the third and fourth playoff coming up after this as well. But looking towards the final, do you think it's going to be like a cagey affair? It's like neither one really wants to attack too much, or do you think it's just going to be an all-out massacre, just goals and goals and lots of goals?
I mean, it would be interesting because the two styles could potentially cancel each other out. We have one player that can score very fast from the kickoff and score loads of goals, and we have another player that can score very fast from the kickoff and score loads of goals. I mean,
it's a great matchup to have. It's going to be an entertaining one either way, but there's still quite a long time actually left. I'm looking at the clock. It's only 36 minutes gone of game time in the second leg of the second semi-final. That's a fantastic chip towards the right corner. And Jonah's not going to get away with that one, so Stegen is aware, but 8-1 is the aggregate score, and we've got a lot of game left to play in the second leg of the second semi-final. Down on the edge of the box. Yeah. still looking for it, but it's going to be very hard. I think, Guifera's really shut up shop now. Neymar in a good position, though. The passes just one too many once again, and well defended by Guifera. Is it going to be picked up by Iniesta? No, it's not. Spurs gets to put this one back. Jonah sustaining this attack once again, though, but he's 8-1 down. He needs a miracle to get back into this one. Suarez isn't going to be able to meet that ball from Neymar, because it was actually towards Iniesta, or if anything, but Neymar continued this attack, just winning that ball in the right areas here to Messi, to Suarez, though. Here comes the counter-attack from Guifera, send it right towards Lionel Messi. Going to cut inside, looks for the pass towards Vidal. Manages to make that there. Messi's going to ask for it back once again, though. Galloping into the box, and Neymar is there, and that looked wonderful for a second.
Was that a chipped overhead pass into the box? Well, if you can, I suppose, 8 goals up.
Sent upfield here by Jonah, and he's going to get a run down this right-hand side. An exhausted Rakitic there trying to do something with it. Messi's going to be able to take over there, though, and it just seems to be the final third is the problem here for Jonah as we go into the final half of this semi-final.
And that's been the story since the first leg in this tie. In the first match, how many times did Jonah strike a ball full power at the keeper, past the far post? He just needed that eye for the goal. He needed to be a little more lethal. Let's put it simpler.
Well, as we now move into the final 45 minutes, Graham, I mean, I'm not even going to speak about if there's a way back into this one, because 8-1, it's game over at this point.
I think it's just a case of salvaging, thinking for the long game, the bigger picture now. Jonah needs to get something. If he can finish this match brightly, then he at least has something going into the $50,000 match.
I mean, the thing is, though, O'Neill got hammered as much as Jonah has here as well, so both of them are going to be feeling as begrudged as each other. So, it could be a strange third place playoff, but a massive, massive game. Of course, the winner of that game will walk away with $50,000, and the loser will walk away with nothing. So to come this far and to walk away with nothing will be horrible, but it could be Guifera inflicting more pain on Jonah here, but it was going to be a free kick in a dangerous area. Picking up a yellow card, Neymar to Iniesta, out to Jordi Alba. Really good football, good tackle as well there, though, so Jonah going to try and get this one away, but once again, Guifera is there to clean up.
Yeah, I think we spoke about the psychology that... Oh, I'm trying to stop that as Alex Vidal plays back. When we spoke about the psychology that playing in these matches has and how important that can be, and that nearly was a beautiful goal. But we took the importance of psychology. I think for both of these players, Guifera needs to finish on a high note now. He needs that going into playing Eterito, everyone's favourite coming into this event. He needs to be going into that match with a buzz. And similarly, Jonah needs to be going into that match against Eldridge O'Neill, obviously, who's excelled on the European stage before, finishing runner-up in Barcelona. They both need something going into that match. So, yeah, neither one of the players want to let their head drop, because it could be costly going forward. Very costly, as we've seen from the prize fund.
Jonah nearly getting the one on the board there, but at this moment in time, he hasn't scored in this second leg, and it's not looking great for him at all. Guifera, such a strong performance from him. And Suarez is going to send this one left to Jordi Alba. Could he add more pain? Neymar on the edge of the box, looking for a little bit of room that he needs. Rakitic back to Neymar. It's going to go into the middle. It's going to be cut off, though. And really good football from Guifera once again.
He's enjoying his game now. He knows it's over, so he's playing for nice goals, which adds to the highlights reel, so keep going.
Oh, it's really, really good football there. Neymar went for the chip in this situation. Fair enough, he's well and truly... There's day and night between these two at this moment in time, though, isn't it? It's just so strong from Guifera, just trying to have a little bit of fun, get some fun goals on the board.
And the key thing you're seeing is he tried to strike a ball from outside the box, and none of the players have been doing that, because it's that percentage increasing the chances of scoring, and Guifera knows the game's over, so he's looking for some long-range pot shots now, whereas Jonah doesn't have that luxury. As we see,
great football.
Has that luxury, though.
Really good goal by Jonah there. They get one on the board in the second leg. This moment in time, though, 8-2 is the score. And it's a hard route back here, and I think what Jonah has to do is just try and take some confidence, as said, into that third place game where there's so much on the line, $50,000. But this moment in time, though, Guifera is heading into that grand final. He's already guaranteed himself 100. Can he win that final prize?
Which is insane. 17 years old in his second PES World Final, and at least $100,000, Richard. And there's something we've hardly touched on, we've mentioned it a few times today, is every single one of these players will be going to the UEFA Champions League final in Cardiff tomorrow.
You know, that's a big prize in itself, you know, even if that's just the prize, you know, even if they didn't win any money, these guys, if that was the prize, they've got to be happy with it, because
exactly.
Those tickets ain't cheap.
Well, if you got $200,000, I suppose. You
could have bought a couple. maybe it's full. Anyway, Alba down the left-hand side, going to be fouled by PK. And Guifera just putting more and more pressure on. There's only 13 minutes of game time left, and just playing with Jonah now, just trying to keep those thumbs warm.
I've just had an absolutely amazing fact come through to me. The average wage in Brazil, I haven't checked these stats, so I apologise if they're wrong. The average working wage in Brazil is $700 a month. So if Guifera wins $200,000, then he doesn't have to work for 23 years. There you go. How's about that for a fact?
That sounds lovely, actually. No, but it is life-changing, but especially at his age as well. I think you would hope that he doesn't spend it on silly things. That is a fantastic effort again by Guifera, but at the same time, you know, these guys, so much money on the line, and it's life-changing. It's not just, you know, I say it's not just a couple of grand. A couple of grand is still a lot of money, but you know, this is life-changing money. Even
finishing in third place, which obviously Jonah can still do that at this point. That is still a life-changing amount of money. $50,000.
I think that's how much Brycey charges a day.
I thought that was his hourly rate.
Oh yeah, it'll be closer to it. Anyway, back into this game, Jonah trying to get another goal here, but 4-1 is the score. 8-2 overall over the two legs, and it's been very, very convincing from Guifera here. There's only a couple of minutes remaining, but he's looked so good throughout this whole semi-final, throughout the whole weekend. Only finishing second in his group, but he's getting himself to the final. Eterito is going to be the guy there waiting for him, and
just baiting the opponent, and then offside, looking to play for one final killer ball.
Well, as we go into the final minute, Guifera is all but sealed it. 8-2 is going to be the final score as the seconds do tick down. Is there going to be another chance for Jonah? It does seem as if they maybe let him have one more bite of the cherry here. Surely the game is now, I was building it up to it, and it hasn't ended. Sorry about that. It's going to be the game. Guifera goes through to the grand final.
All right, well, that is our two grand finalists locked and loaded. Both of them get a minimum of $100,000.